On the subject of non-compliance and what happens when you allow. Thankfully, we have these other governments to refer to. But what happens when you allow authoritarian little shits is more leeway, less pushback because you just want to get this over with and you want to get on the other side because they promise you that. Hey, just listen to us and we'll stop abusing you. That's what they say. So we're gonna listen to Carrie. Carrie Chant of New South Wales. She is the doctor and chief health officer out there in Australia. Let's listen to what she has to say real quick.
And respond. Your level of restrictions, what you permit. It may be that we actually have indoor mask wearing for years. And this virus may throw us curveballs. There may be, we've got the Delta variant. God help us if we have another variant. And respond.
So what you just heard this woman say that you could see y'all wearing masks for basically years indoors. And then, of course, leaving the door open for my variants, right? My variants. And that, basically saying that, yeah, you might not ever get your fucking, your liberty back. But it's for your own safety. Look, guys. Well, we're seeing this out of Australia and New Zealand. That's what happened when you not only just trust your government, but that's what happens when you don't push back. Now, we do see people in pockets of those areas having their protests and doing what they can. But they take your silence for compliance. They take your lack of pushback for exactly that as well. So when people like myself advocate for non-compliance, it isn't because we just want to see some conflict. It isn't because we don't recognize the issues that may come from that, from people losing things, be it, their certain portions of their livelihood will be sacrificed in the event that they actually stood up to tyranny. But you need to understand that the way that you've been going about it, when it started with 2 weeks to slow the spread and then it accelerated, the reason why it did that was because you showed them and you showed these people that if they promise you security, then you will do whatever it is that they say do, no matter how stupid it is. They could be wrong on a certain subject. New South Wales, as well as Australia, in terms of their case numbers, the lockdowns have not permitted shit. It hasn't. There's no direct correlation between that, as we've seen places that have high vaccination rates, places that have had lockdowns, and their cases still go up. Okay? So they can show you with their own evidence that it's not working, but we're going to continue to do it. Again, you know why? Because you told them, or you taught them, you showed them that you'll do whatever it is that they say, so as long as they promise you some sort of security. And that's why it doesn't stop. So this may be coming. I don't know, my allergies going off. But this may be coming to a country, city, state near you. But this is why non-compliance is so important. Because at some point, you have to tell them to fuck off and go fuck themselves. Oh, well, it's easy for you to say. You're self-employed. No, don't look at it like that. Look at it like, okay, I put myself in this situation for exactly this reason. You don't think I'll take a hit? I'd encourage you to look at the fact that there's been, 4 years between my band's first album and my band's second album. You could blame the fucking pandemic on that, or rather the government's response to that. And considering that you have reopenings, but these venues and shit are trying to have these requirements, yeah, that kind of puts a dent in a lot of things that we want to do in terms of touring. I'm okay with that. It's worth it. It's worth it. You know what I mean? I'm losing out in some instances, but I have revenue streams coming from other areas. That's why I did it. Don't look at it like, whoa, it's easy for you to say, no, I worked to get to this point so I could live to fight another day in the event that one of those revenue streams are gone. Hell, same could be said for fucking YouTube if it's shut down. It's important. Diversify. Nonetheless, you have to recognize, as uncomfortable as it may make a lot of you guys, you have to recognize that this does not stop until you demand that it does. That's when it stops. People, oh man, we've been doing this for so long. When does it stop? It stops when you're ready. Simple. When you're ready. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.